Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dam Dam. It's past 10 p.m. and you have been on your phone for over 30 minutes. Yes, you are currently doom scrolling on social media, and you're going to do the same thing tomorrow, and then you do the same thing next tomorrow. Girl, you need to drop that phone. In today's video, I'll be giving you some tips on how to reduce your social media addiction, stop doom scrolling, and get your life together. This is year 2025. We need to make the money. We need to make do of the time that we have. We need to get healthy habits. Don't feel bad. We are all guilty of this at some point in our lives. We find ourselves always on our phones 247. You're just having a lazy day. You decide not to do anything but just to be on your phone and consuming different kind of content on social media. You are not alone. I've been in that situation. But remember, this year 2025, I'm sure a lot of us had goals that we have set for ourselves, things we want to accomplish, things we want to achieve this year 2025. But please tell me, how are you going to achieve these goals if you are constantly on your phone 247? Like, girl, time is going, or we do not have the luxury to be wasting time. We need to put our acts together. We need to take out all the toxic traits and toxic habits, and we need to bring in healthy habits. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. We're going to be talking about how to reduce your screen time, stop your social media addiction, stop doom scrolling, so that you have enough time to achieve other things that you want to achieve in life. Think about it. Have you ever had headache after doom scrolling? Yes, it has happened to me several times. I realize that there's sometimes after I have been on social media, like maybe on TikTok or Instagram Reels for like a couple of minutes, like maybe 30, 40 minutes, yes, sometimes an hour. After doing that, I start to feel headache, and this is actually true and real for a lot of people as well. You constantly feel headache. This is happening because you're feeding yourself with a lot of unhealthy content. Sometimes it could be scary news, sad news, and this whole thing affects your emotions, and then suddenly you're having, anxiety, you're having panic attack. It could be like you're seeing somebody's content and you're wishing to be like the person, and then suddenly you're sad, suddenly you're unhappy, suddenly you start to feel headache. And also, just feasting on your screen, on your phone, can also give you headache as well. Yes, I know some people reduce the brightness of their phone and all that, but the amount of time that you feast on your screen, on your phone, can also give you headaches. And the emotions, everything that you are digesting as you are looking at all this content on social media, can also affect you, and then that can also lead you to start feeling sad. You can have anxieties, sudden panic attacks, and that can also trigger headaches as well. When you are engrossed in content like this, it's hard for you to tell what's happening to you, emotionally, mentally. Like, a lot of things are going on in your body, and you are not just aware. So how do you stop your social media addiction? Number one on my list is self-awareness. Why is self-awareness important? Have you noticed that most times when you spend so much time on social media, especially maybe on TikTok or Instagram, is because probably you're having a crappy day? Right? Yes, it's true. Sometimes I realize that I am having a crappy day, and because I want to be distracted from what the issue is, or what is making me have like a crappy day, or why I'm sad, or why I'm overwhelmed, I decide to just open my phone and just start doom scrolling and scrolling. That will literally distract me from the issue issue on ground. I know I'm not the only one guilty of this. This happens to a lot of us. That's the reason why we are doom scrolling. A lot of the reason is because we personally, we are going through a particular maybe issue in our lives at that point in time. We're probably overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're probably depressed, and then you use social media as a disguise to distract yourself from the main issue at hand. So now that you are self-aware of the reason why you are constantly on your phone, what are you going to do to counter that attack, right? So what are you going to do? For me personally, I try to distract myself. So even if I don't want to focus on what I'm going through at that point in time, I'll look for other ways to distract myself, other healthy ways to keep myself busy, or keep myself occupied. So I can take up some house chores. I can say that, oh, that's when I want to clean. So cleaning and cooking as well is therapeutic for me as well. So it distracts me from whatever I'm going through at that point in time. So rather than me picking up my phone and just wasting time scrolling on social media, I would rather use it to do something that is also beneficial to me. If my house is clean, it's good for me. If I'm cooking good, healthy meals, it's good for me as well. And I'm not just wasting my time. I'm actually doing something that is worthwhile. And also, sometimes I can decide to take a walk. Taking a walk is also a way of exercising, freeing your mind from whatever is troubling you, and just really just exercising your body and also your soul and your mind. It helps. Exercising also helps. Sometimes I will listen to gospel music, and this would also kind of help me with my mood. It helps to elevate and lift my mood. So instead of me to be sad and depressed, carrying my phone and just looking at other people's lives and thinking that my life is shitty and thinking that my life is a mess, I would rather listen to gospel music that will lift me up, or listen to my pastor's messages that will lift me up, and thereby I'm also learning one or two things. I'm also putting myself in a better mood, and I realize that when I'm in a better mood, I become happier, and then I can focus on other productive things as well. The second tip for me is that it's very important that once in a while you turn off your app notification. Trust me, if you miss a message, you're not gonna die. You don't have to reply or respond to that message immediately. So we have our phones that always make noise, boom, 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 when there's a notification, email notification, Instagram notification, TikTok notification, there are DMs coming in and out, and then you just always want to open them immediately. You need to turn off your app notifications most of the time, because once you click and open that app notification, trust me, the probability of you staying on that app for another 30 minutes or 40 minutes is 100%. Yes, 100%. Because before you know, you get hooked. You see one message, then you see one reel, and then before you know, you're on the roll constantly. You are on the roll, and then before you realize, you've spent 1 hour on your phone. So if you really want to stop your doom scrolling, turn off your app notifications once in a while. Like even messages, it's okay for you not to reply your friends at that particular time. Do something else. If you are probably working, yes, most of us here, especially in America, there are some places you can't just go. You go with your phone. You can't use your phone at your place of work. So what happens? You're not gonna die. There are messages that might be dropping, but you really can't use your phone till your lunch or break time. So that's also like a good habit. So you don't have to reply everybody at the same time. Nobody's gonna die. When you are free during your lunchtime or later during the day, you can reply these messages. Of course, that's not an excuse for you not to reply your family and friends if there's an emergency, right? But you can literally see the pop-up on your phone and decide if it's important or not important. You can tell. Do you know if it's important or not important? Because trust me, once you click and open that app, you're gone. The third point on my list is that you need to give yourself a scroll time limit. Yes, on each of your apps, each of your social media apps, you can set a time limit on each of these apps. On Instagram, you can do 15 minutes. On TikTok, you can do 10 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on how many minutes that you want to be on those apps. So honestly, that is going to help you to reduce your screen time, help you to reduce your scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Because once it's 15 minutes and you're on that app, you'll get a notification pop up on your phone, and you know that it's time to drop that phone and do something else. So definitely that will help you give yourself a screen time limits. Number 4 is addressing the main issue, addressing the main problem. Remember, number 1, I talked about self-awareness. Knowing why you are doom scrolling is because you're probably having a crappy time, a crappy day, a crappy year. You're probably depressed, you're not feeling happy with yourself. Something literally is going on with you and you don't know why, or you don't know the solution for that. You rather distract yourself by doom scrolling. So now number 4, I'm telling you to address the main issue. Address the issue. Why are you constantly on your phone? What are you avoiding? So yes, it could be relationship issue. You have to face it head on. It could be financial issues. You're probably not satisfied with your financial status. So what do? You need to spend time in looking for ways to make more money. Look for ways to get other passive form of income, right? Go on YouTube and learn some skills. Go on Skillshare and learn some skills on how to get more money, rather than you being on social media and comparing your lives to people that are living luxurious life, because that can also affect you, right? So you need to address the main issue. If it's relationships, families, or toxic relationship, you need to set boundaries. You need to know things that triggers you, people that triggers you, and you need to begin to set boundaries. And there are sometimes you might be the issue, you might be the toxic person, you might be dealing with some personal issues. If you need to get therapy, get therapy. If you need to get help, if you need to confide in people, talk to people, go seek help. Do not use social media as a form of distraction from dealing with the main issue with you. This is year 2025. We all have goals and aspirations. We want to be better. We want to have a good life. We want to have more financial capabilities, right? Want to have good relationships with our families, with our, with our spouse, with our boyfriend, or whoever, right? Or whatever the issue might be. You need to put in the work, put in the action. So rather than using social media as a tool to distract yourself, because you realize that this same issue, if you do not tackle it, it might still be there next year. You will still face the same issue next 2 years. And before you know, time is going, you're getting older, and you are still carrying the same garbage from how many years ago, and you're still carrying those same garbage till you're 30, you're 34, you're 40. So you need to address the issue. Social media is not running away. Well, we saw that they tried to ban TikTok, but it's back. But literally, social media is not running away. We will always be here. The internet will always be here, right? But your time, will it always be there? Will it still be the same? Will you still be the same person in the next 1 year? Internet will always be there, but what about you? Are you growing? Are you improving? Are you changing? Are you making amends? Right? So you need to consider this. Address the main issue and stop using social media as a form of distraction. Okay. I'm also speaking to myself. Trust me, we are all guilty of this at some point in time in our lives. We find ourselves doom scrolling, staying on our couch, lying down, literally covered with blankets. We are sad, we are grumpy, we are unhappy, we are depressed, and then we just feel like the best thing to do to while away time is to be on social media and just be consuming content, seeing other people's lifestyles and videos or whatever they are posting, and just using that to console ourselves one way or the other, if you understand what I'm saying. But see, that is not going to give you a lasting solution. That's not going to work. You need to face the main issue. So the next tip for me is that you need to constantly and consciously take social media breaks. Yes, I've done it before. You can go offline for a month. But if you're someone that you are so addicted to social media, you cannot do a month. Take tiny steps, right? Do 3 days. Do first 3 days offline. You are not going to check your social media. You're not going to check Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. No, right? Do 3 days. Then if you see that you successfully did 3 days, you can step it up to 1 week, right? And then if you successfully did 1 week, you can definitely step it up to 1 month, right? So there's nothing that is impossible. Literally, nothing is impossible. Trust me, you are not going to die, right? So long as it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Just do it. Yes, you're not going to die if you do not check your phone in a week, in a day, or in a month. So yes, try, make an effort to go off social media for at least a month. Trust me, you feel brand new. I've done it before, and you're not missing anything. Honestly speaking, you are not missing anything. Rather, you come back rejuvenated, you come back happier, and just, yeah, you're just living your life. Trust me, it's a good feeling. You are not going to miss anything. And I think it's just personally good for you to try and see that you are not addicted to something that, this thing, social media or whatever it is, nothing has power over you to control you. Like some people are addicted to some certain kind of food or drinks, like they must drink, Coca-Cola every day. That's an addiction. Or maybe they're addicted to drugs. Some people are alcoholics, and then, by the time you prove to yourself and challenge yourself that you are not going to make these habits lord over you, then you realize that you can do it. You try one day, you try 2 days, you try 3 days, and a month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, before you realize you are your own master. Like, it makes sense. It is such a beautiful feeling to know that nothing in this world controls you. You are in charge and you are in control of your life. You can decide and determine when to put it on and when to put it off. You get what I'm saying? It makes sense, right? So the next point on my list is that instead of you to be doom scrolling and scrolling and scrolling all the time, if you're looking for what to occupy your time with, you can spend quality time in meditating, you can spend quality time in journaling. It really helps you when you write down your thoughts, when you separate yourself. So that's the thing, you separate yourself from the noise of the world. Look for a quiet corner in your apartment or in your home, and then just read a book. As you read a book, take notes, write, journal, write, or just write out your thoughts, your plans, your goals, your aspiration for the year, things you want to do, things you want to accomplish, right? Just spend time to journal and write and meditate. It really helps you. Like, it prepares you for the year, it prepares you for whatever is coming. You become like a more sound person. When you read, you become more sound, you are more intelligent. When you speak out, you speak intelligently, right? So these things are important. Spend your quiet time meditating and journaling. Take notes, right? And sometimes, if you don't want to be indoors, you can go outdoors, like, and just sit down under the tree with a good view. You'll be inspired to write something. You'll be inspired to be grateful. That's what journaling helps you with. Journaling and meditation makes you grateful. They help you to literally think. They help you to reflect on your life. The more you reflect, the more you take down notes, the more grateful you will be, because you realize that God has blessed you with a lot of things that you are not aware of, or because you are on social media constantly comparing your life with others, you do not see the goodness of God in your own life. But when you sit down and meditate and reflect on where you're coming from to where you are right now, you would attest to the fact that God has been faithful to you, God has been good to you. You have a lot of things to be thankful for. That's what meditation and journaling will do for you. You get my drift. And last on my list, guys, is to spend quality time with loved ones and family. Yes, when I say quality time, I mean quality time. You know that some people or families or couples can literally be in a house together or in a room together, but they are not talking, they are not communicating. They are seeing themselves, but they are not seeing themselves. Why? You know what I'm saying? We are now in the generation where everybody is constantly on their phone, pressing tick, 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 chatting, tick, tick, tick. But we are not talking, we are not communicating. So we need to put in the conscious efforts to have proper communication with our spouse, with our friends, with our families, with our parents, with our loved ones. So I know a lot of people are not living together or living close to their families. Some are married, some have migrated, some have traveled, some are in different countries, different states, right? It's a good time to schedule calls. Schedule calls with your families, with your friends, to catch up and talk. Actually talk and communicate. That's what builds relationship, right? We see that internet, technology, phones are causing a lot of issues in relationship because couples are not talking. On the dining table, everybody is constantly on their phone, right? There is no time for bonding. So we need to consciously put in time to make efforts to call, talk to your partner, communicate with your partner, have meetings and conversations with your loved ones, with your families. If they are not in the country with you, if you're not in the same town or city with you, schedule time for calls, Zoom calls, conference call, like 2, 3 of your friends together, your siblings together. Like, I like the fact that we have family WhatsApp groups. Like, we can talk and then do like the conference call together. It's actually beautiful. Like it's good that we spend time to communicate rather than wasting our time on social media, following strangers that do not know you, they do not care about you, right? They're living their lives, or you are just invested in their own lives, right? It doesn't make sense. So put in that energy in your own family, with your own friends, and with your loved ones, right? It makes sense. It's better to spend quality time with your family and friends than spending quality time on other people's social media that do not even know you. You know, in Africa, they'll say they do not send you. They do not send you at all. They do not rate you at all. It's not healthy, right? So, yeah, this is my final tip on how to reduce your social media addiction or how to stop and reduce doom scrolling. Yes, guys, that will be all I have for today. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you should stop your social media addiction. Okay, please feel free to put your comments in the comment section. What do you think about, doom scrolling? Have you ever found yourself in that situation? How did you stop it? How did you come out of it? And if you have any ideas or tips on how to stop social media addiction, please drop your comments in the comment section. We all need to learn from you. Thank you, guys. Till I see you next time, please do not forget to subscribe. Click on subscribe. Click on the notification button so you know when I post new videos. And please don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend about that Inspire YouTube channel. If you love any part of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Okay? Till I see you next time, guys. Bye. Love you.